Now, when you as transparent as I am, and you do certain stuff for a living, and you say to yourself, yo, times like this is when you think about it and you say to yourself, it's like, is it really worth it, or is your train of thought worth it, or do you really like get it? And then like there's some things I question in my life, and one of those things is like, why did I go to college and my major being psychology, and why haven't I used it to the maximum stability to it? And I use it during youth normality for my business there, but I really don't use it for what I really should use it for, which is like myself, right? And I say that because like I have to be transparent. Like, I don't know whether or not, I'm gonna get into the health thing, but I don't know if people know how serious it is. Like when you sit down and a man comes into the room and it's 4 or 5 doctors in there, and I'm a pretty, I'm not gonna say famous, but I'm a really well-known dude. So it's like all the doctors, they coming in, they always checking on me. People always checking on me. They be checking on me when I'm not in the hospital, like really well liked, So it was 3 of them in the same office, and like they was from different departments, infectious disease, plastic surgery, all these kind of things, and what happened was they had a conversation with me, and he was talking so professionally. He took so much courteous. He was so courteous. He was so unique in the approach that he had, and it made me feel special. Not only did it make me feel special, it made me realize that God, most importantly, He answers your prayers, man. You don't hear anything else I'm saying right now. I'm telling you that God answers your prayers. Sometimes He answers your prayers, and it's stuff that He answers your prayers about that we don't want to know. Sometimes He answers your prayers and you don't understand it. You don't get it. But I can truly say God answered prayers, and it's like, I'm no good in relationships right now, particularly in my time of my life. I have abandonment issues. I have anger issues. I give too much of myself. I spend too much money on people. I do stuff and I be expecting it to come back, and it don't. And when it don't, I be feeling some type of way, like the street feels some type of way, like, like, what the fuck, like, you just fucking me over then. I mean, when in actual reality, people probably don't fuck with you like that. And that's like the cold truth and the reality about it. But that's just one little thing, like, and then you get the girl that's a psycho. You like, I don't even, like, I like you, but you're a fucking psycho. Like, you talking about stuff, you want to do stuff, and it's like, you checking my phone, you doing all kinds of stuff, and I just met you. So I know what that's going to be in the future. And so it's like I never can find, well, that's a lie. I'm going to be honest, I should have never broke up with Lisa. And I didn't even break up. We forcefully made sure neither one of us was going to be together. Because one thing I can say about her, with all her shit and everything else, like, I felt safe. Even though I had every reason not to. And there's some shit that went on with me and her that I refuse to talk about any longer. But it's some stuff that happened that, someone would call me stupid for saying that, because, like, how the fuck can you feel safe in a very unsafe situation? So it's like, damn, okay, all right, yeah, I'm getting a little bigger, but I said that because, like, I know people, because my life is so transparent, people see me in relationships and I seem happy, and then, like, you don't see the person any longer. And you trying to figure out, like, what's going on, then it's a new person. So, yeah, that's the stage that I'm in right now. But my health, so back to my health, the guy walks in and he says, Mr. Washington, listen, I need you. I need you to understand something. And he's like, I'm poking his finger in my foot, like all the way, like his finger, he's poking it all, like I am touching your bone right now. That means your bone is exposed. Yeah. There's no active infection, but the bottom line is that you are on the strongest antibiotic that is known. Like, and he stressed that shit, like, there is not a stronger antibiotic that we can put you on through IV. You are the strongest one. So if you get infected, and it's this bacteria that's against what this antibiotic is, there is no other option. So basically, I would die painfully and slow because it would get in my bloodstream and it would shut all my major organs down and stuff, and then, like, you know, eventually you would succumb to it. So the other option was, okay, well, we're gonna have to amputate to make sure that this bone infection is gone. And I've been dealing with this about 7 years, man. Ever since. This is an old football injury, and and never touched football until I went to college. Never thought that I would make any money from it, but I did. And like, at the end of the day, it's like, cut your leg off to save your life, or understand that you are going to die. And just like that, like, if you don't get this operation, you're going to die. And it's like, damn. And it just happened to me this afternoon. It really ain't even set in right now. Like, it ain't in my head. You know, I'm going to do my humanly best. I'm not getting high, no bullshit like that, but I'm definitely going to have a drink. And I'm definitely going to sit down, because I don't know when it's going to hit me, but it's going to be fucked up when it do. And I don't do stuff like this for sympathy. I do stuff like this so I won't go crazy. Because the psychology behind it is simple. The psychology behind it is simple. And I think it's important for me to, like, go over this for a little couple minutes, right? Black people, we don't deal with counsel. We don't deal with therapy. We don't deal with, psychologists. We have our own methods, and the number one thing that we say to ourselves is, like, we don't want to go and spread our information or tell people about what's going on with us, because it's like snitching, or we have a real hard time telling strangers about us, because, like, that paranoia that we have been enduring from the suffering and the systematic racism that we've been going through so long, it puts us in a situation where we don't necessarily trust anything, including the thing that will help us. So it's like, my mind, fuck my body. My mind is fucked up. So I be talking to y'all because, like, I need to, because it's like, this is a lot, man. And I'm going to take their advice, and when I go there and I do whatever I got to do, they gave me 7 days to go home and get my affairs in order. 7 days. So I got 7 days. Tomorrow about have 6 days. And then what about the third day and the first day? And then I got to take that walk. And know, when I walk in here, this COVID shit, I'm not going to be able to see my family. And I don't know where necessarily. It's just so much shit that I just feel like, sometimes people don't understand or take heed to the fact that shit is crazy out here. But what I would say is this. What I would say is that there is nothing in the world, man, that God cannot help you with. There is nothing in the world that prayer cannot help you with. There's no pride when it comes to God. You can go to Him and say you weak. You can go to Him and say you tired. You can go to Him and say you need help. You can go to Him and say anything that you desire, and you don't need no special way to do it. I choose to pray in the manner in which I pray, but you can go to God in your shower, in your bedroom, in your head. You can go to God and you can ask God for help. And if anybody would like to help me, please go to the God you understanding and shoot a prayer your boy's way, because money, none of that can add up to your prayers for me. Once again, realize that if nobody told you they love you today, I do, even in the midst of my transgression. And know that you can have a great day on purpose, not because you found the man of your life or the woman of your life. You can have a great day because you woke up, and there's a lot of dead people who would love to take your place. Also understand that if you are miserable, your misery is the fact of your own handling and doing. Because the thing that's in your life that makes you miserable, you have the right to remove it. To God be the glory. This is my confession. I'll talk to y'all. Decopbo 1.